Welcome, explorers, to Miss Kirkup's and Mr. Stein's science exploration. Today, we're going to be learning about the moon. Have you noticed that the moon looks different on certain days of the month? Sometimes it can look like a ball, and other times it can look like a piece of bread, called a croissant. These are called the phases of the moon. As the moon circles around the Earth, called an orbit, the amount of light side that we see changes. There are 8 phases, and after today, you will be an expert. Let's go onto the spaceship and blast off to the moon. Are you ready? The first phase is called the new moon. The new moon is very shy and you cannot always see it in the sky. The new moon is the phase that is invisible to us here on Earth because the moon is between the Earth and the sun. After the new moon, the next phase is the waxing crescent. During the waxing crescent, you can see a small sliver of the moon start to take shape. During the waxing crescent, the side lit up is to the right. As the moon moves through the month, it continues to change its shape. The third phase is going to be called the first quarter moon. The first quarter name comes from the fact that the lunar phase is now 1 quarter finished with its cycle. At this point, you will be able to see that half the moon is lit. The fourth phase is called the waxing gibbous. During the waxing gibbous, there's only a very small part of the moon that you cannot see on the left side. We use the word waxing because it means to grow larger. Up until now, it looks like the moon has been growing. By now, we have gone over the first 4 phases of the moon cycle. So far, we have the new moon, the waxing crescent, first quarter, and the waxing gibbous. So by now, we are at the part where the moon is as bright as it will be, and it is fully lit. This is called the full moon. The full moon happens when the sun and moon are on the opposite sides of the Earth. After the full moon phase, the moon starts to get dim to prepare for the new moon. This 6th phase is called the waning gibbous. Waning means decreasing. The waning gibbous looks like the waxing gibbous, but the dark piece is now on the other side. The 7th phase continues to get darker and it will start to appear smaller. This phase is called the third quarter. Here, the moon is halfway lit, but on the opposite side of the first quarter. We did it! We are finally at the 8th phase of the moon. The last phase is called the waning crescent. The waning crescent is the last phase before the new moon starts its lunar cycle all over again. Wow, 8 phases! Do you remember them all? Let's see. We have the new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, and the waning crescent. And that brings us back to the new moon. As we begin our exploration back to Earth, let's look at some cool moon facts. The moon orbits around the Earth every 29.5 days, and that is a full lunar cycle. Also, the Earth's moon is the 5th largest moon in the solar system. Okay, we are about to descend back to Earth. Hold on tight. We hope you had fun learning about the 8 different phases of the moon.